वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह. A warm welcome to entire Sangat. Every week we are trying to understand about the different concepts and values of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji of Gurbani. Our topic for this week is Satsangat. Good company or bad company, company makes a huge difference. As there is a proverb saying, a man is known by the company he keeps. So, company plays an important role. As one of the philosophers said, if you can just show me your friends, then I can tell you your future just by your friends. So, company is very needed, very much needed. Company means Sangat. Good company, we say Satsangat. So, company means when one thing is joining someone else. So, company is not only the part of human life, there are more and a lot of other things in the nature as well. Visible elements are the invisible electrons. The things that we are able to see outside with the company of invisible things, we are able to see the things. For example, water. We can see water, but we cannot see air. Air is also a combination of many gases like oxygen, nitrogen is almost 78%, then the huge part is oxygen. So we cannot see oxygen, we cannot see hydrogen, we are not able to see air completely. But with the combination of hydrogen and oxygen, then we are able to see because that thing is water. H2O is the formula of water. So, two invisible things, when they accompany each other, then we are able to see a visible thing. The same things happens in all other things as well. Like in the fire, there are few gases. When they burn, then there is a fire. So we can see the fire, but not those gases. We are able to see the water, but cannot see air. So then, according to the company, as we are just taking the example of water as of now for our understanding. So we are not able to see hydrogen or oxygen, but with the combination, we could able to see water. Then water had an option. He could also join, the water could also join anyone's company. Then Gurbani says, जो जैसी संगत मिले सो तैसो फल खाए. According to the company, we'll able to attain that thing. So today we will understand what are the benefits of good company and what we get or how a bad company can destroy us as well. So we'll try to understand today itself. जो जैसी संगत मिला, according to the company, so तैसो फल खाए. So according to that, we can attain the fruit. If water is the part of lemon, so then water will become like lemon. If water can become a part of lassi, buttermilk, it will become the part of buttermilk. If a drop of rain can fall into the shell, then we can see the pearl as well. So the same water, if the same water go into the poison, that water will become poison. So according to the company, water will become many shapes. Water may become salty, water can become sweet, water can become poison, and water can become pure as well. But the matter is company. If water is in the poison, poison. In the shell, then pure. So, according to that, we can see in the company as water can form a lot of other things, the same way humans are using, or we can say the bad use of company as well. Bad company, iron can be rust, can be fresh according to the company. If it will get wet by water, if iron will join the company of water, then it will be rusty, water and air. Otherwise, iron can stay more time stronger. The same thing we are using while making missiles, bombs. So we are just putting some bad nutritions or bad chemicals all together. So the conclusion or the starting point is Uttam Sangat Uttam Hove Gun Ko Tave Avgan Tove. So whatever we want to become, we can join company according to that. Our company is going to decide our future, that is for sure. That is why Sangat is needed, company is needed, that is why good company is needed. Uttam Sangat Uttam Hove. Uttam Sangat, if we are in the good company, Uttam Hove, we will also become good. Gun Ka Tave Avgan Tove. So then we'll get more virtues and Afghan demerits will get washed. Nothing perhaps affects man's character more than the company he keeps. So we need to take care about it. Khojat khojat suni eh soe, sad sangat bin tareo na koe. Sometimes we make excuses that we no need to join Satsangat. Just good thought should be there in the mind. Nothing else is needed. I heard people saying, we are pure by heart, we don't need to go to Gurdwara side. We don't need any Satsangat. We don't need any good company. We are already good enough. They have already declared themselves as a good person. But what Gurbani is saying, Khojat khojat suni eh soe. After searching and searching, after searching and seeking, after so much efforts, what did I come to know that Guruji is sharing with us? Sad Sangat bin taryo na koe. Without the Sad Sangat, no one can swim across. Without the Sad Sangat, we cannot go ahead. Sad Sangat is basic need. We have to join. As right now we are in the Sad Sangat on the virtual mode, we can say Sad Sangat bin taryo na koe. Without the Sad Sangat, no one have ever crossed. If we are not ready to join Sat Sangat, if we are into the bad company, if we don't want to leave that company, then what happens? Kabir ji is giving example from nature. Kabir mari maro kusang ki. Mari maro means death, destroyed, ruined, problems, hurt. Kabir mari maro kusang ki. Kusang means bad company. One is good company, Satsangat. One is Kusangat, which is called bad company, Kusang. Kabir mari maro Kusang ki. Because of the bad company, we are getting destroyed. Kele niket jo bear. Kela banana's leaf is near the thorn bush. So if both are so close to each other, oh chula, oh chiriya. Chula means just shaking right and left. If that is shaking, oh chula, oh chiriya, The more that thorns are shaking right and left, the more it's tearing the leaf of banana. Sakat sang na her. So that is how, if banana leaf is so near to thorn, then how he get problem, hurt, destroyed by thorn. So it is just an example of bad company. If that banana is far from that, then it could live more than that. So O chula oh chiriye sakat sang na here. Then Kabirji is saying we need to go far from it. Then again Gurbani is telling us. Sadho man ka मान त्यागो. ABC. Avoid bad company. साधो मन का मान त्यागो. O sadhus, O saints, please don't fill with pride. काम क्रोध संगत दुर्जन की ताते अहनेस पागो. Ahnes, ahm means day, nes means night. So if you are in the company of bad people, those who are just talking about lust, desires, anger, if they are putting those kind of things into our mind, into our heart, we have to stay far from them. Kam krodh sangat durjan ki tate ahnes pago. Day or night doesn't matter. Never join their company, not even in day, not in the night. Bad company corrupts good character as well. This is very true. We can take one example from Sikh history as well. Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He is well-known personality. Everyone is much aware about him. Day by day, his kingdom was increasing and he established Khalsa Raj as well at his time. But in his group, in his friends group, there were few people, those who were not as good, or we may say that were like bad company. So he fall into the bad company because his few of his friends were going to Vesvalya. Vesvalya means in today's date we call pubs, clubs, bars. So Vesvalya was a older word. So in Punjabi. So we can say like in today's date bar and clubs. So then Maharaja Ranjit Singh started visiting there as well because then he had enough money. He established everything. So sometimes this is a negative thing as well. Once we get enough things, so then we go into the bad company. This is very natural. If we are getting some pain, we may able to remember God, but in a lot of luxury, sometimes we forget God. That is why Gurbani says, Dukh daru sukh rog paya. Dukh daru. Pain becomes like medicine, but luxury becomes like poison sometimes. If in the luxury we forget God, it's like a poison. If in pain we are able to remember God, what else we need? What else we want? At least we are able to remember Him. So in that case, pain becomes medicine. Dukh daru, sukh rog paya. So the same thing happened with Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He joined bad company and started visiting pubs, bars, and clubs of that time. And moreover that, one dancer was very beautiful and her name was Mora. In the history, her name is Mora. Maharaja got so impressed by her beauty and asked her for him. He put a proposal of marriage. If a king of the country asking to a dancer, will you get married to me? Definitely her reply was, yes, I will. I would love to do that. Maharaja Ranjit Singh then agreed and he said, yes, definitely I'll get married to Mora now. Then Jathedar of Akal Takht Sahib was Akali Phula Singh. He visited, he met with Maharaja Ranjit Singh and said, Don't do this. It's not according to Sikh rules. It's not according to Gurbani. You are just trapped into the bad company. I'm giving the example of Maharaja Ranjit Singh because we know him as a great personality of Sikhism. He is the one who donated, or the one we can say, who put all the gold at Golden Temple Harmandir Sahib. He was the one who gave the entire gold and who take care about each and everything. And we know him as the greatest king. That is why we don't say Raja, we say Maharaja Ranjit Singh. So I'm just putting his example for that so that we can have a clear picture how bad company corrupts good character as well. The same thing has happened in Maharaja Ranjit Singh's life. Then he said to Akali Phula Singh, you may go, you don't know who I am a king, you just go from here. But then then what happened? Akali Phula Singh then wrote a hukamnama, a letter, and he said, no one will say Fateh to Maharaja Ranjit Singh and he is into the bad company. No one will make any connection with him. We are just keeping him away from our religion. Panth cho chhikya janda hai. Then he realized he did a wrong thing. He came to Akali Phula Singh at Akal Takht Sahib, Amritsar. At that time, when he joined Satsangat again, Maharaja Ranjit Singh joined Satsangat again, then he realized that he did a huge mistake. He folded his hand in front of Akali Phula Singh and said, I'm ready to take punishment. Punish me, but don't leave me. You can punish me, but don't leave me. I'm ready to get my punishment. At that time, they tied Maharaja Ranjit Singh with tamarind tree outside the Akal Takht Sahib. Then he apologized from entire Sangat. He asked for apology from Akali Phula Singh and from entire Sikh community that he was trapped into the bad company. That is why these all consequences happened, and sorry for that. Tying king with a tree, it was kind of a punishment. This is how then finally he came out of that, and then he did not marry that dancer, and he started meditating and joined Satsangat. So if a person like Maharaja Ranjit Singh can get corrupted into the bad company, then where are we that we need to think about it actually? So that is why again and again Gurbani says it's better to be alone than the bad company. We don't need to join bad company. This is better to live alone. Sometimes we say something is better than nothing. Very normally we say this. Something is better than nothing. So in the something, sometimes we put bad company, bad deeds, bad thoughts, bad actions as well. At least I'm doing something. No, I would say doing nothing is better than doing bad. Doing nothing is better than doing bad deeds, bad things, bad thoughts. So which is better? Don't do anything. So in doing something, most of the time we perform some bad deeds as well. Bhagat Surdas ji, his just one line is in Guru Granth Sahib ji. Kabir ji have the maximum Gurbani, almost 292 Shabads and Sloks. But this Bhagat Surdas, who was blind, who could not able to see the world, but could able to see the honor of this world, God. So his one sentence is included in Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and What is the message in that sentence? In that Gurbani line is Chad man har bemukhan ko sang. Don't join bad company. Just one sentence is there, and the message of that line is don't join bad company. This is what the message is. Har bemukhan ko sang. Don't join. And then Kabir ji also says, Kabir, साकत संग न कीजिए दूर है जाइए पाक. If you know the person don't have faith, he's going to put some bad thoughts in your mind, don't join him. दूर हो जाइए पाक. From far, just run away. Don't join his company. Kabir ji is saying. So where do we need to join? We need to go far. We need to run away from bad company, but we have to do something, definitely, because we cannot sit idle. We want to do something. So avoid bad company and then join good company, to whom which we call Satsangat. Sangat means ikat, group of people. Satsangat means the one, those who are walking on the path of Almighty. And this Satsangat we just get with the good fortune only. Bin paga, without the fortune, satsang na labha. We cannot find satsangat. Bin sangat mail parijay jiyo. Without sangat, more and more we are getting polluted from our mind, because we cannot sit idle. We will think something for sure, either good or bad. We will think. We cannot sit idle. It's kind of human nature, we can say. Part of our life, we are going to think something, that is for sure. We are going to do something, that is for sure. But if we'll not do good things, automatically we'll do bad things. Water go down without any pressure, without any efforts. But if we want to put water on the fourth floor or fifth floor, then we need motors, then we need a lot of electronic things, or much more effort. So bin paga satsang na labba bin sangat mail pari jai jiyo. If we cannot join good company, then definitely we'll get more and more polluted within ourselves. Har har naam mile tripta se mil sangat gun pargas. What will happen? If we are going into the bad company, then we will get so more and more voices. Power of voices will increase. But if we join good company, har har naam milay tripta sah. What will happen then? Mil sangat gun pargas. Pargas means light, shine, brightness, brightness of virtues, good things that will come from us. What do we need to do in Sangat? Har gun padiye, har gun guniye, har har naam katha nit suniye. So these are the symptoms of good Sangat. What are the symptoms? Symptoms of good Sangat? Sat Sangat. Har gun padiye. Reading Lord's glories, reading about Lord. Har gun guniye. Meditating, repeating, chanting again and again qualities of God. His nirpao, his nirvair. This is Satsangat. Har har naam katha nit suniye. Nit every day. Whenever we are listening anything which helps us to get connect with Lord, which means that is Satsangat. Wherever we are sitting, doesn't matter, we are in the shop, we are in the market, we are in a mall, wherever we are, if we are talking something which will bring us more close to Lord, if a story of Lord if it's creating some love within us, that is Satsangat. Doesn't matter if you are even in Gurdwara, even in your house, even in your workplace as well. मिल सत संगत हर गुण गाए जग पाउजल दूतर तरिय जियो. Mil sat sangat, in the sangat, all together we meditate on his name. So this is the main benefit of the sangat. Kabir chandan ka birva pala, बेड़ो टाक पलास, ओए पी चंदन होए रहे बसे जो चंदन पास. The more benefit of the good sangat is we don't need to put a lot of efforts actually. साध के संग नहीं कछ काल, दर्शन पेटत होत निहाल. कबीर चंदन का बिरवा पला, पेड़ियो टाक पलास. Sandalwood tree is good. Why? ओए पी चंदन होए रहे बसे जो चंदन पास. Whoever are near that tree of sandalwood all becomes like sandalwood, because why? Sandalwood have fragrance, and those who are nearby that, then fragrance started coming from all those trees as well. While when woodcutters goes in the jungle, it's very difficult to find which tree is actual sandalwood tree if they are not much aware about it. With the fragrance, it's very difficult to find which tree is sandalwood until unless they don't have exact symptoms or they are not much aware about it. It's almost impossible to know which tree is of sandalwood tree. So OP Chandan hoye rahe. Whoever stays nearby those people, then values, then virtues come from them as well. It just reminded me a story of Buddha. One of a lady who was just nearby, who just spent some time, one of the disciple of Buddha, because he was so humble, so calm, and that lady belonged to scheduled caste. At that time, the one who belonged to scheduled caste, people did not talk to them. They did not allow them to touch anything. Even I have read in the books, if a people who is from scheduled caste, if he's walking and his shadow just fall on utensils, other people used to wash those utensils once again. So he talked to her so politely without thinking about his caste, her caste. So then she became so compassionate. She felt so happy. She was rapturous. Then that disciple of Buddha said, don't get impressed by me. It was quality within me to talk to you with politeness. You can just take this and go ahead. साध संगत बिन पाओ नहीं उपजै, पाओ बिन भगत न होए तेरी. The more benefit of the sangat, one is we'll start getting those fragrance within us. Beautiful beauties within us. And moreover that, साध संगत बिना पाओ नहीं उपजै, पाव बिन भगत न होए तेरी. If we are continuously we are going into the Sad Sangat, then love will come for the Lord. This will happen with the Sangat. If we are thinking love is there for my family, I have love for food, I have love for money, but I don't have love for Lord, which means we need more Satsangat. साध संगत बिन पाव नहीं उपजै, पाव बिन भगत न होए तेरी. Without Satsangat, there is no love. And Satsangat helps us to increase or discover love from ourselves, within ourselves. Santa Sangat mil raha, ja sach lagya pyar. In the society of saints, fall in love with Lord. Sant Sangat hoy ek preet. In the Satsangat, we fall into the love with that one Lord. These are just few examples. There are many more Gurbani lines in which Gurbani says, Guruji and Pagat Saint says, in the Satsangat, love, we can discover love. Sant Sangat hoye ek parit. We have love for everything else except God. Then we'll fall, or we can say we'll able to discover. I will not say invention, because love is already there. We just need to discover it. So Sant Sang hoy ek parit. We'll able to discover that. Man ki katiye mail sad sang uthya. So, for example, earlier we were going into the bad company and we have earned a lot of bad deeds. No worries. Still, you can reform. Maharaja Ranjit Singh came back. Daku Bali became Bhagwan Balmiki, who wrote Ramayana. Pai Bidhi Chand was a thief, but then he is one of the prominent Sikhs of Hargobind Sahib Ji's time. Pai Bidhi Chand. So man ki katiye mail sad sang uthya, in the good company, then we'll able to wash all our demerits. Janam janam ki how main mal lagi, mil sangat mal leh javego. Gurbani is telling us again and again, even from countless your births, even if you have countless, you are polluted within self, still Sangat will help you to remove all those things. Panch Bikar man meh base, rache maya sang, sad sang hoy nirmala. Nirmala means pure. In the Satsangat, we can become pure. Right now, we have dirty thoughts because we have dirty kind of friends. Those who put dirty thoughts in our mind. We have friends who share their dirty thoughts, dirty deeds. So they just again and again repeats in our mind. Satsang hoy nirmala, nanak prabh ke rang. So in the Sad Sangat, then we can find the love for God. So that is why if we are still don't have love for Lord, so then definitely we need to join congregation. We need to join Satsangat. So key points of today's lecture is a man is known by the company he keeps. Think while choosing your company, because if we join bad company can destroy us, as it happened with Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who was even very religious person, no doubt about it. Still, bad company ruined him, and what will happen to us, that we need to think. Bad company can destroy anyone and everyone. So for that, we need to follow ABC rule. ABC means avoid bad company as much as we can. Congregation. So just story is not finished once we can just leave that company, but we need to join Satsangat. We need to join good company as well, as much as possible. I'm not saying hours and hours. If we can give some time in Gurdwara, in Seva, while coming to Gurdwara, or in the virtual phase, wherever, however is possible, we must put some efforts into that. And then only if we are coming into the congregation, we'll able to discover virtues. And the greatest virtue of all is love for the Lord. And in the love, then we'll not able to do bad things. If we love someone, we never like to hurt anyone. If we love someone, we always take care about his or her happiness. We stop doing things that he or she don't like. So once we fall in love, then we'll automatically never ever join bad company again. Then bad thoughts feels like pressure to mind. So these things will come. Concept of Satsangat is very deep, but according to time, we try to summarize, just try to get some values and concepts that is possible. But definitely there are few and many more thoughts, but I want you to contribute in today's lecture as well. If you have something in your mind, any story, any feedback, any Gurbani Panktiyan if which are coming into your mind, don't be shy, don't hesitate. Feel free to talk. must contribute in today's lecture. Now I'm giving you the option. You can unmute yourself and request you all one by one. You can unmute and share your thoughts, feedback, compliments, comments, or make relevant questions, and you can contribute in your own ways. And I'm sorry if something happens or for my mistakes, and thank you for your precious time. Now I turn over the floor to entire Sangat. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh Ji.
Hanji Satsangat ji. Any Sangat member can unmute yourself. Don't hesitate. Don't be shy. Yes. Hanji Hardeep ji.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Fateh ji.
It's a very good lecture on Satsangat and all the quotations that you gave from Gurbani. And definitely the company you keep can make or break you. So we have to be aware who we mix with, what sort of influences the company has on us. So we have to think for ourselves. As you had given one quote, that we have to think for ourselves. They do one of the quotes in Bani about Chandan, and that even among, if it's surrounded by weeds, but it has its fragrance and it spreads its fragrance. So if you are in good company, they will influence you, like the fragrance is spread out to everyone. So for us, we must be in our Gurdwaras, Sangat, and also outside Gurdwara, we have to be careful of the Sangat that we keep. So that is my takeaway today. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you very much for your contribution in today's lecture, Hardeep Kaur ji. Hanji, anyone else who wants to share their views? Hanji? Yes, Gurmeet ji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh ji.
This Satsangat concept in the Gurbani is actually emphasizing on being together for a good cause, making ourselves be more focused, lead a good life, and all the good virtues we can get from each other, you know. But life is not so easy, as you can see, because the company we keep, we mix with all kinds of people, you know, be it in a Gurdwara itself also, you know, and even outside. So the way you have to deal with this kind of thing is very important, because a lot of negative people will try to give you that negative vibes, and you just kind of go with them because you want to keep their company. But I think sometimes you have to make this choice that if it's not worth it, leave them. So that's quite crucial. So making a choice on who you should be with and who you should avoid and not keep company is important. But Masterji, sometimes in our family cycle also, don't talk about outside. Our family cycle, there are people who are not that, you know, like forthcoming in their way of, you know, Sangat. Matlab, okay, when we talk about religion, they got different concept about it. You know, they have very free kind of way of looking at it. So going to temple and all that is a lot of tussle to get them to do it. So I mean, from personal experience, okay, even husbands will say, you know, this, that, you know, Vaheguru is everywhere. So why should we go temple? You know, I'm not saying my husband said that, but I mean, some husbands have said that. So that I can say that. So they are very, like, you know, the poor wife has got nothing. What to say to a man who says that? So he rather that the wife spend more time at home, you know, and all that. But sometimes the wife have to tussle with the husband just to go to temple and at least listen to Bani and listen to some katha, get some, I mean, a kind of salvation in the sense, So that's the thing that some of these women are facing, and I've seen them. So I feel that it's easier said than done, lah. But I think sometimes we have to put our foot down, and if we have a will, we have a way. All right. So whatever
Yes.
it can be the challenge, we must say that this is what I want. This is what I believe. You can believe what you like, but I think I will go as I believe. I mean, in my belief, I'm very strong. I will follow my belief. So sometime, hopefully, the other party will realize that with our action, with our beliefs, the way we kind of, do part and all that, hopefully something good can rub on to those people who are actually having negative feelings about, going to temple, having Satsangat, and, being, able to spend more time, okay, learning about Vaheguru, So this
Exactly.
is something I think I'm stating a fact of life, lah. My
Exactly.
experience and what has been happening in the society.
Mm,
So
definitely.
the only thing, as you are saying now, that we listen to your lecture, we pick some points from you, we can quote some of the Bani, maybe hopefully we can rub something on to others around us and maybe sway them to having more Satsangat kind of experience, and from there hopefully there will be a better change for them. And myself, I'll be more happier to see other people changing also around us.
Great.
Okay,
Very
so
nice.
it's both win-win situation. That's my take for it. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji
Why
ki
Gurji ki
Fateh.
Fateh. Thank you very much for sharing your point of view. Yes, some people do say if God is everywhere, we don't need to go to Gurdwara, but God is everywhere. If you're not able to feel it, for that we need to go to Gurdwara to know about it. Gurudwara hoye, sochi paaye se. Because in the Gurdwara only we'll able to realize it, and environment vibration in the Gurdwara which helps us. When we look at other people, those who are meditating, doing seva, then they give us more encouragement. So which is very much needed. But thank you very much the way you shared your point of view and shared your details. So thank you very much for your feedback, compliments, and your contribution in your today's lecture. Thank you very much, Gurmeet Kaur. Hanji, Tanwanji, you are unmuted. Would you like to share something?
Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Your lecture was just lovely. Lots of beautiful points that you brought up. And what I wanted to ask is, when you say Sat Sangat and Sad Sangat, is there a difference between the two?
No, there is no basically different. Sat Sangat means in the crowd, those who are talking about Sat. Sat means truth. Sad Sangat means the one who are walking on that path, those who want to discuss about Sat. So basically the meaning is same. Sat Sangat means in the crowd, those who are talking about God. Sad Sangat is also same, the one who are talking about God. Those people we may call sadhu, sages, sant. So meaning is same.
Okay, so the Sad Sangat is Sangat with the sadhus and highly religious people, and Sat Sangat is just people who believe in the truth.
Sat Sangat means those who are talking about Lord, which is Sat Sangat, the one who are talking about Lord, to whom sometimes Gurbani calls as sadhu. The one who is talking about God. If we are in the group of that people, we call those people as sadhu sometimes in Gurbani. So Sat means Lord. So basic meaning is same. The one who is talking about Lord, he becomes like sage, but the message or concept or topic is same, that is Sat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tanwanji, for bringing this question. Thank you very much. Anji, anyone else who wants to share something or wants to ask something, feel free to unmute yourself. Okay. Hanji, Sadul ji. Yes, Daljit ji. Anyone else? Okay, so request you all, please unmute yourself. Then we all may say Fateh all together. So thank you very much once again for joining this lecture, contributing with your presence and with your feedback, compliments and contributions. Thank you very much once again. Let's all say all together. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa,
Vaheguru Ji Ki
Vaheguru Ji
Fateh.
ki
Master
Fateh.
Ji, thank you very
Master
much.
Ji and Sangat.
You, Master Ji.